Struggling to get stuff done with ADHD, let's talk about why that might be and some things that you can do to help. In the context of getting stuff done, ADHD brains work a little bit differently. For us, things like novelty and interest and conclusion and reward are really important. For a lot of people, that can be one of the most frustrating things about ADHD. Many times have you heard things like, well, you can play video games all day, why can't you clean the bathroom? The reason is because of all of those things. Playing one of your favorite video games is novel, it's interesting, it has a conclusion, and there's a reward at the end when you beat the final boss. You get that sense of like, yeah, I did something today. Cleaning your bathroom? Not so much. Something that can be really difficult to navigate when you have ADHD is that most normal daily tasks don't have that novelty, they don't have that interest, they don't have a conclusion, and they don't really have a reward. Like, you don't do your laundry once and then you're done for the rest of your life. You have to keep doing the dishes, you have to keep cleaning the bathroom. There's no like satisfying conclusion. And the reward is like, I have a clean bathroom. But there's no novelty there, right? Like, I know what's going to happen when I clean my bathroom. I know what's going to happen when I do my dishes. It's that I'm going to have to put them away and then they're going to get dirty again and the cycle's going to continue forever and ever and ever and ever. So there's all of that, but then there's also the fact that most people with ADHD are living with executive functioning deficits. Struggle with things like task management, task organization, task prioritization, and working memory. That means that remembering to clean the bathroom can be hard. Going from cleaning the kitchen to cleaning the bathroom can be very difficult. Cleaning the bathroom or cleaning the kitchen is not just one task. It is a series of tasks. You have to sweep the floor and clean the tub and clean the toilet and clean under the toilet lid and clean the sink and whatever. For a lot of ADHD people, the task organization and prioritization and management factor is difficult. So cleaning the bathroom can result in choice paralysis where you don't know where to start, you don't know where to finish, and so you're just kind of standing there going like, fuck it, I'm gonna go play the video game where at least I get a reward and there's like a satisfying conclusion. So how do you deal with this? What do you do? Now, there's a lot of different things that you can do. Something that's really important to talk about is the fact that ADHD is a spectrum disorder. ADHD is not rated on a scale of like 1 being the least ADHD and 10 being the most ADHD. One person with ADHD might have vastly different strengths and weaknesses than another person with ADHD. So a lot of these solutions aren't one size fits all. Now, one thing that you can do with chores that you struggle with is to introduce some novelty. Let's go. Now, novelty doesn't have to look like buying a new toy every time you want to clean your bathroom, because that in itself can oftentimes create more problems. Creating novelty or creating means by which you are like looking forward to the task and making the task fun can be really useful for the boring tasks that you just have to do all the time. You can gamify it, you can put on music, you can race yourself to see like what's the best time you can get cleaning the bathtub. Some of it also comes down to self-awareness. Me personally, I know that my executive functioning deficits show up as task initiation. The thought of cleaning the bathroom is often extremely overwhelming, and so I'll put it off, and then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. What I realized is that if I just start cleaning the bathroom for a really short amount of time, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe a minute, I start to realize like, hey, this bathtub, it only took me like 2 minutes to clean. And so the task slowly becomes less overwhelming as I start to realize like, oh, a lot of this has to do with my executive functioning and my perception of time. I usually get like super controversial with my takes, but like we're this far in the video, so like let's just do it. Sometimes stuff in life is not fun. Taking out the garbage is boring. Cleaning the toilet is boring and it can be gross. So it can be really easy to lean into this like learned helplessness of like, oh, well, I have ADHD, I can't clean. I have ADHD, it's impossible for me to load the dishwasher. Now, as a new wheelchair user, long story, I'll get to it in another video, I am learning that there are some things that I can't do right now. So for me, I'm having to figure out like accommodations, like I got a scrubber on a stick so I can sit on the floor and clean the bathtub, and that works for me. So accommodations for your ADHD can look like things like adapting tasks or negotiating with your partner. Like I personally hate putting the dishes away, but I don't mind loading them, so we split that task. Another accommodation might be simply hiring someone to help you clean if you have the income and the means to do so. As someone who has consumed 4 Loko and 4 a.m. Taco Bell, I know that sometimes you're just gonna have to clean your own toilet. shit happens. I want to be very clear, learned helplessness was something that I was very guilty of for a very long time. I hate folding laundry, so I was like, I have ADHD, I can't fold my laundry. I can actually fold my laundry, but I fucking hate doing it, and it's boring and stupid and dumb, and I hate it. What I did instead was built a new system. I know that I hate folding laundry. I know that I struggle with starting that task and finishing that task because I loathe it. It doesn't work for me. So what I did instead was I built a new system. I said, okay, I really struggle with folding my laundry, but I have to do my laundry. My clothes have to get clean and they need to get moved out of the laundry room. So what do I do instead? So I started putting stuff on hangers and using bins and baskets instead of like putting stuff into drawers. And that works really well for me. That's the accommodation that I made in order to get that stuff done. Is there a lot of novelty to it? No. Is there a lot of interest to it? No. The conclusion and the reward is mostly just now I have clean laundry for the week. Again, sometimes there's just stuff that you gotta do. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to have a hard time doing stuff that, society tells us should be easy. I really struggle with personal hygiene. I struggle with showering. I struggle with brushing my teeth. I struggle with remembering to pee. But I owe it to myself to take care of myself. I owe it to myself to take care of my environment so I can live somewhere that is clean and sanitary and functional for my needs. That sucks. It sucks. I don't want to pretend like it's easy or fun or like I'm having a great fucking time cleaning my bathtub because I'm not. I fucking hate it. As a late diagnosed person, learning that about my brain, learning that my brain needs that novelty and that completion and that reward, learning that my executive functioning works differently than other people's, and that's why I struggle. It took me from feeling like a fuck up, feeling like there was something inherently wrong with me because I struggled to do my laundry. It made me say, oh, well, it's because of these things. It's because of the way that my brain works and my brain is wired. So what do I do about it? What are the solutions that I need to put into place so I can get stuff done? It's not easy. It's also not an overnight process. Like I'm constantly refining and changing and like trying to figure out better ways of doing things. It's possible. It is absolutely possible. I really feel like telling yourself that I can't possibly because of my ADHD, it's doing yourself a disservice. Counting yourself out before you've even tried. If you have tried and it's not working, it might be time to try something else or try a new solution. Our brains work differently. And I think one of the most powerful things you can do if you have ADHD is to embrace that, recognize that, to honor that, to not try and force yourself to do something in a way just because you have been taught that that's the way to do things. Building your own systems and your own structures and your own ways of doing things means that they'll get done. That's the goal. You are never going to get stuff done if you do it while fighting your ADHD. It's not going to be effective. Trust me on this. I spent like 20 years of my life burning myself out, bending myself over backwards, trying everything possible to fit myself into this idea of what I thought I was supposed to be because I didn't know I had ADHD. I just thought I was a fuck up. Anyway, this video got wildly long, but if you enjoyed it, I hope you did, consider doing the things that you can do over here. And also, I have a newsletter now. So if you would like to sign up for that and learn more about the book that I have coming out, you can do the thing that is the thing up there. So anyway, thanks everybody. Have a good day.